Hey everyone, welcome to the Horror Show. I'm Cecil Laird.
And I'm Marcia Parker.
And I'm Jaime and Fuego. Gracias for tuning in, and we're talking once again about We Are Still Here, but this time, it's getting spoilerific! Yes. I've been dying to talk about this because of the fact that I found so much of a King vibe, but not just that, also The Wicker Man. Have you guys ever seen that 70s British film about how people need to be almost sacrificed up to a demonic presence? That's what we ended up having in this movie. It was not just ghosts. The ghosts were like minions of a much more sinister force.
Yep, that apparently arises in this town, in this house, every 30 years.
Yeah, which like in It, every 30 years. That's why I was thinking that trope.
Well, it's the family that they scared away. They birthed them alive. They didn't go anywhere. Yeah.
Which you find out at the very end, pretty much.
Yeah, exactly. So it turns out that when they get there, they are, their neighbors show up 2 weeks into their stay, and
weeks later,
he basically shows up and tells them that a lot of bad stuff happened in this house, and then gets up and leaves.
Well, I really think that the main purpose, because they looked so surprised that they were actually there. So after watching the movie,
because they thought they were going to be
they
dead
should have
right
been
away,
dead.
probably.
Like they waited 2 weeks to go see him because they figured they'd be dead by then, and then they weren't.
So the son was presumably kind of protecting them then, wasn't he?
Maybe.
Or maybe they just got tired of killing innocent people and they just want to kill the townsmen off finally. I don't know.
Which we eventually got to because there was a big massacre inside the house.
Exactly.
It was the money, man.
Yeah. We'll get to it though. So basically what happens is the wives leave, and the husbands. The friend husband, the hippie husband, decides to have a seance to try and figure out what's going on, because he wants to help, the wife that's there that invited them up. But his wife is like thinking everything's too dangerous and she doesn't want to do that. So he waits until they leave, then they're going to have the seance. And when they do, almost immediately the hippie guy gets possessed. Yeah. And he maintains control enough to tell the husband to tie him down. Yeah. But he also.
By the time the girls get back, it's like.
and not only that, but the hippie's wife, who joined later, who they both came up, were asked to come up by the main wife. I wish I knew their character names. Their son drove up with the girlfriend.
Yeah, they
didn't last long at all. No, basically the ghosts are the ghosts of a family that were sacrificed by the town.
Yeah, and it was the family.
And they're all crispy. They're all burned to a crisp.
Yeah, and the town blamed them, remember, for saying, they were selling the bodies and doing all this other stuff, and that wasn't actually the case. The town were...
Yeah, the town were doing all the bad things, and they just sacrificed the family. The family were scapegoats. But so because they're all crispy, when they attack you, they like burn into you, and that's going to lead to something that happens later on during this townsfolk attack, because
it's tight.
Once the wives get back, they see. Well, actually, before we get to there, I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead too. I'm eager to talk about it.
We're eager because this movie was a lot of fun, man.
I really
liked it, especially once it got the fires burning and stuff. I mean, once it was in fuego, damn, was it good.
But the wives.
I really like the guy's acting. I think that's you forgot to go there.
The hippie guy.
I was just gonna say the wives come back. And then, they see that he's possessed, and what does he do, Marcia? What's so messed up?
He's so fucking crazy. Okay, before he even go do that, this guy's acting was incredible. He did one of the most, my most favorite possessed scenes ever, in the last 5 seconds. He was awesome. But he nailed it right on the head, to show he was the guy, the town's effed, all this stuff. And then he takes this, was it the gun? Oh no, it was a fire poker.
It was a fire poker, yeah.
Just
he jabs
shoves it through his face.
Yeah, he's basically, the demon is talking to them or whatever that he's possessed with.
House.
And he's, basically tells them that everything there is his house.
This thing is possessed behind us.
And he lifts up the poker and just shoves it through his face. Yeah. And it's pretty aggressive, but pretty cool. And then what sets everything else off is that freaks his wife out. Because he basically reveals that their son is dead, and she is so freaked out, she tries to run
out the door.
And as soon as she opens the front door, we don't see who's there, but we see from behind her head just explodes backwards.
Yeah.
And it shows that the guy, the neighbor, quote unquote, that came over to ask how they were and warn them of the house's past.
He's brandishing the fire.
Yeah, he's he's got this shotgun that basically or rifle, whatever, blew her head off. And then him and the townsfolk are rushing the house. The husband and wife shut the door and try and barricade themselves in, but and they actually do. They rush upstairs, and the townsfolk break in, but the townsfolk have something interesting coming to them. What happens, Marcia?
Well, they end up getting attacked
by
the ghosts, the burn victim ghosts, the family. They all come out and and it's almost like they have the house eat.
Yeah, the house pretty much comes alive, or they're using the house, or I don't know. I think they were just pulling them through the stairs from the
to go
cellar,
into that
and under the table, the guy got pulled into the floor. Yeah. That's so. Yeah, basically there's people trying to run up the stairs. One guy runs up the stairs after the couple, and one of the ghosts grabs his leg and pulls him and stops him. And then this is the part I was talking about in the regular review. If you watched it, he starts climbing. The burn dude starts climbing up the guy, and as he does, it's like burning his back as he's going up and attacking him. And then another guy, once this guy is dead, another guy tries to run up the stairs, but as soon as he hits the charred remains of this first guy, he starts to sink into the stairs, and the stairs basically start to eat him in a fiery, hot, embery mess. And it was so cool. That, I think, was my favorite kill in the movie.
I still like the guy's head getting boiled. That was the money for me.
What happened?
Well, we're at the end, and that same neighbor who showed up 2 weeks later to say, why haven't they been killed yet? What is going on?
Confronts the ghosts. Head on.
Yeah. And I don't think he was anticipating what was going to happen, because when they're talking about all the town's bloodshed and whatnot and how they need fresh blood, well, they went for some old blood in this one. And the ghost literally puts his hands right on dude's cranium and starts to boil his head.
You hear the boiling, the blood boiling.
The makeup on that was amazing. You could see his skin just beat red, and you're like, oh.
And he starts coughing up blood, very it looks like it's been boiled. It was so effective.
And it ends with a cherry head popping that would put skinners to shame. So I gotta say, thumbs up to that bit.
Yeah, and kudos to them for keeping it on the hollowed out skull for a second or two afterwards.
The inside of the indentation of the back of the skull.
You had to show that off. Man.
Oh my god,
That's the mark of a great movie.
Yeah.
The special effects in this were fantastic. The gore, the special makeup effects, all that stuff was so cool.
And the combo, like you said, of the fact that I'm not sure if it was this review or the regular one that we just did back to back here, but the combo of the practical with just a little augmentation of the CGI, that's how you got those burn effects and some of the weird almost like a fiery glow,
like a shimmering effect, almost like a desert mirage, sort of would wave sometimes,
and almost like embers were just going to start flaking at any time, and it looked great. You know, I think it was the ideal combination of using both.
Yeah, and for a movie that started off kind of as slow as we thought it did, it really brought it home.
The payoff was legit.
Yeah, it was excellent. So, but the couple survives essentially. If we're going to go to it,
maybe
they left it ambiguous enough.
Or they said
when he was like,
they're
still here.
Yeah.
I was like,
the name of the movie.
And so basically the family, the Burn family, disappears and doesn't confront them. Yeah, but
who knows?
But I
think
think
they show the house empty after all the credits.
Yeah, their son. And turns out their son's spirit is there with them.
I'm thinking maybe he helped protect them from. That's my theory.
That's possible. It's
possible.
Left it vague or maybe who knows? Maybe the son in the afterlife convinced the family that they were just victims like they were.
Or maybe the family, they finally realized, no, we've been manipulated by this evil presence.
The way you were, or the town.
Well, I mean, they make it pretty clear in all of these real cool newspaper headlines they show in the ending credits, as they're rolling the, credits and titles and whatnot, they show these old clippings about every 30 years what happens from the waters turning black to the rivers drying up to all these kids dying, disappearances, you name it. That's why it had a very Stephen King's It vibe to me, but not just the cyclical nature of the evil, but the fact that it's not just, it may be concentrated at one spot, but it seeps out to the entire town. I just like those old creepy towns in New England, man. I dig that shit.
So this one was great, you guys. Any final thoughts? Any bits to bring up and spoil? I think we covered a lot of the cool deaths and everything. Yeah. So
I felt like they built the ominousness well. Like when they walked into, we wanted to talk about this in the regular review, but we didn't. When they walk into this little burger joint, it's almost like right scene. Out of
My Old Town.
Sorry. Easy Rider, It's like everybody cocks their head and turns and looks like they're a bunch of, long-haired hippies in the middle of the Deep South or something. So
But it was a little bit more than that, because it wasn't that like everybody drop your spoon because a foreigner came into her dining hall. No, it was like
they never see any new people though.
No, they knew that those were the people that were living in that house.
Oh, so they were surprised that they walked in.
Because they're like, they should be dead by now.
Yeah,
that was the whole surprise of the whole town.
And they're worried about it too, because that's why they all ganged up on him, is because they didn't want it to seep through the whole town, so they had to make sure that they died.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm torn to think if the son was there to help them, protect them, and that's why they weren't killed.
Yeah.
Or if maybe the ghost found a heart and decided they weren't the ones that they wanted to kill. Like, they never really
I think
said.
the ghost realized that they were going to be sacrificed the way they were, and so they weren't going after them.
Yeah.
But they were using them to lure the townsfolk in to kill
maybe
them.
they were protecting them.
Yeah. It was really weird that the main
because
the mayor guy said
attack. They never did attack the husband or the wife.
No, they never did actually. You're right.
So. Yeah.
Interesting though, because this is the kind of stuff, guys, that give us your theories. It's a cool film in the fact that it leaves enough ambiguous that you can debate about it, come up with your own theories and ideas about what was really going on. So that's where we want you to comment, and we want to hear from you so we can respond, and maybe we'll get a new perspective on the film.
Exactly. So thanks very much for watching, you guys. The spoiler review of We Are Still Here.
And we're still here.
Exactly. We are still here.
We're here 3 times a week.
Exactly. So thanks for watching. I've been Cecil Laird.
I'm Marcia Parker.
Gracias, Jaime and Fuego.
And until next time, remember, stay scared. We are still here. All right.